This is a poem about long-distance relationships. Has anyone ever been in one? Yeah, it sucks, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. They say distance makes the heart grow fonder, but they don't tell you how much it hurts as you grow. It's not fair that I might forget how your hands press tenderness onto edges of my body like pressing flowers into a poetry book. It's not fair that I always have you in my mind but almost never in my arms, or that home always seems to be someplace other than where I am. Baby, that's why lately I curl my hands around you a little too tight. That's why lately I love you like I'm afraid of losing my grip. And it's really beautiful when they say, at least we're under the same sky, but what about the nights where I can't stop searching the sheets for you? The days where I talk out loud like you're still next to me. And some days it's easier to not think about you leaving. Some days it's your morning coffee voice and church bell hands holding me tighter because even the closest isn't close enough. And other days, the thought of you leaving in a few months is enough to make me miss you now. And on those days, longing for you is a slow burn. And even when we're skin on skin, I can't help but think of the day you leave me behind a mess with an empty chest and fingertips burning for you. And all this time I spent with my head buried in your chest, I was trying to learn what it was like to live there because I was too scared of the day I would have to live without. But I promise you, I will look time zones straight in the eyes. I will fist fight this distance until it kicks me to the floor and leaves me there. Though some days the gap will be bigger than the both of us, I promise I'll always be back here writing about you. And I don't know much about geography, but I do know about continental drifts. I know of shifting landscapes and shifting bodies, hearts being peeled apart and leaving behind gashes from where they were trying so hard to hold on to one another. And it rained the first night you left, and that's when I knew the universe grieved with me too. I spent the past couple of weeks searching for words to describe how the way you say good morning on the phone sounds like come here, love. Is there a word for the way we sleep on the same side of different beds? A word for how I measured the space your hands take up when they're in mine, just so I can know how far apart to leave my fingers when you're gone, like I'm always waiting for you to come home. And I've always been the one to leave before being left. I've always been the one to burn the bridges before they burn me, but with you, the only bridge I want to burn is to kill the distance between us. So I'm sorry it's hard for me to get used to all this, it's just that I've never quite learned how to bend without breaking. I've been doing a lot of arithmetic lately. I count the kilometers of ocean that separate the synchronization of our heartbeats. I count the number of days until I can hold you again, and you make it awfully hard to let you go. I still haven't figured out what to do when I get too impatient that you're not here, so I just sit and wait with open palms for you to come home to me. And I hope this becomes your favorite poem. I hope you read this when you feel like coming home. I'll always leave space in this half-empty bed for you, and I'll always keep a hand empty with just the right space between my fingers. Thank you.